Hey, you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome back to another edition of Krazy Truth. I'm the host with the most who makes bad decisions, Cole. And I'm here with the lovely, and highly amused Miss Amanda.
Hey.
We're here to tantillate and titillate and fuckalate, whatever, all the way through. So, the thing is that if I appear muffled, for those of you that watched on YouTube, although last week the show didn't go up, but...
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, fuck. Anyways, for this week's show, you'll see that I'm wearing a bandana this week.
Only temporarily.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, so because some of us make really bad decisions. So, with that being said, before we get going too far, this is Season 4, Episode 178. And we already, you touch that, I'll break your fucking fingers. I swear to God, I will. So, yeah. So, anyways. So,
you're gonna have to show everybody.
Let's do our sponsors first. Real quick, first and foremost, hey, we want you to have better sex. I wanted to have sex too. Well, I don't have it now, I don't have this. But anyways, we want you to have better sex, and the place to go to help with that is promescent.com. promescent.com today. Check them out. They've got all of your needs that you might need to have. Sexual needs.
Well, not all your sexual needs.
Well, not sexual needs, but they've got like
your enhancers.
The vitamin, the enhancers, condoms, lubes, the whole 9 yards. And don't forget, you can get a 15% discount. It's hotter than fuck. 15% discount by using KK15 on your order. So check them out. 60-day money-back guarantee. So you want to check them out today. Also, remember, do you like to have your meat rubbed? Sure you do. Because it's a treat. So go to smokeandmeatbbqtreats.com. It's a local Nebraska company, swingers nonetheless, I must say. Michigan fans, but we'll let that slide. Anywho, smokeandmeatbbqtreats.com today. Check them out. And finally, Smart Swingers read, asnlifestylemagazine.com.
That's all that hot air blowing back
Fuck
in your
off.
face.
All right. Fucking A.
You can just pull it down.
Fuck. So the great reveal. There we go. Cole and his big fucking mistake with no fucking, yeah. Anyways, yeah, so there you go. So for those who don't know, we do this in front of our live Facebook audience on Casbank. It's secret. Shh, don't tell the others. And so again, I'm your host. It looks like I'm 12, and here with Miss Amanda.
When you're almost 50, 12 is awesome.
You spend your whole life trying to fucking look as good. So for those of you who don't fucking tune in on our other stuff to know, I had
just
grown.
leave that on.
I had grown a beard out. I had never grown a full beard out before, right? So I grew a beard out, and I've had
either had a goatee or a little
a landing strip type thing.
He calls it a landing strip. I don't know what that.
But anyways, I dug that, but I grew a beard out because my kids wanted. They were like, "Dad, grow a beard out," because all my kids all have big beards because they didn't think I could. So I got blonde hair. So I grew it out, and I didn't think I would like it.
And then you fell in love.
But I liked my beard, and I actually looked good in a beard, and so I kept my beard for almost 9 months. Yeah. So I was like, well, for Halloween, I was needed to grow my beard out, or I was gonna have to shave it for our costume, and so I said, fuck it, I'll shave it with the plan to grow back in November. Anyways, now. When you shave your beard off and you're not used to this, ladies, this is one of those things, so most ladies don't know. So when you grow your beard off or out and then you shave it, all of a sudden you realize how many fucking chins you have and how dorky you. That's how dorky you look. Well, some of these people I hope to see me naked at some point in time, and then I put a thing out on our page, give us your vote, and then I fumbled on a play on that one too. I'm like, fuck.
No.
So here's the thing. So in November, the plan was to shave it off. I was gonna wait till Halloween, shave it off. I shaved it off early. Thank you, Bree. I shaved it off early. Yeah, she's never known me without a beard. So some of these people have never seen me without a beard. So I was gonna shave it off on Halloween, and do No Shave November to grow back. And so which I can probably get away with not doing anything with now because I'm so blonde. But, so I'm going to grow back most likely. But, yeah, so right now I'm sitting there kind of feeling like a fucking tool bag.
So Amanda takes pictures all throughout the journey. I shaved it down to a goatee, took pictures.
And that was
Shave
the
it
great
down
part.
to that, whatever the fuck that is.
My soul patch.
No,
no, Fu Manchu. You grew to no Fu
and then
Manchu.
I took a picture, and then I shaved it off to, it's just a mustache, and it's okay.
So there you go. So now I look like I'm like 2, and I've got a bunch of, I kind of look like a
you
dick
don't.
with long hair. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah, there we go.
You're a dick with long hair.
Yeah, so, yep, so there you go. Want to see Cole squirm and be uncomfortable? Boom, here it is. Because as soon as you shave that fucker out, I'm like, fuck. We sent pictures to our kids. And what were my 3 boys' response? What? The middle one was like,
why?
Why?
No,
Oh my
the youngest
God.
one was why.
Yeah, the youngest one was like, why? The middle one was like, oh my God. And the oldest one was
Grow it back.
Grow it back. And the oldest one was like, wow, that's rough.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Oof, that's rough.
Right now I'm feeling really good about this decision. So for those of you who normally get to see us go out and about at events and activities, we'll probably see you sometime at the end of November. Because, yeah, I don't know if I'll be making any appearances in public that I'm not looking like I'm going to rob the place. So.
You're so funny.
No, I'm fucking so regretting right now. Total fucking. I didn't want to do the podcast. I almost didn't want to do the podcast tonight. I almost wanted to come up with a lie why I wouldn't show up on video right now. Seriously. Total. No. Look, here's the thing. So this show, we're about crazy truth, right? I'm gonna be real. So I put a picture on. What did I tell you about pictures I was gonna put on the website, on our page?
More up to date?
No, what did I tell you? After the day, I said fucking, because I'm a hat whore, right? I love hats. And I was looking at a hat, and I was probably going to buy a cool fedora that I liked, right? But what did I tell you? I said, absolutely do not put a picture of that on there. Because I took a picture the other day of a cowboy hat, of me and my cowboy hat, because I love my cowboy hat and whatever, and I thought it looked pretty, I thought it was a good picture, right? And, yeah, no. Look, there's a country singer that I look kind of like, I guess. But the picture that was put on
he didn't look
with
good.
it, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's the perception of what I look like.
No,
and I'm like,
not.
oh. Well, here's the reality. Guess what, guys? We talk about pictures all the time. We go through the same thing, because that totally I was like, I seriously contemplated not putting any more pictures on. I mean, ever putting pictures back on the page, because I'm like, oh fuck, no way. Because I'm like, oh fuck. So to do this was and then when I saw it afterwards, after I did it, because it's too late, you can't start gluing shit back to your fucking face, because that looks retarded and stupid. I'm like,
just wear a mask around.
I'm like, oh,
we have a mask mandate. Just wear a mask.
No, I know, but I mean, the reality of it is that it's seriously. So right now I'm just sitting there going, I contemplated trying to come up with it's a technical issue to not go live, because I was like, yeah. So, yep, there you go. So the show's all yours. Show your tits. People won't even notice my face, and we'll just roll on from there.
Well, what Larry already said that earlier, because you got okay. Well, holy crap. Badass. It's just hair. It grows back. I like skin. It'll grow back faster than you think. It looks fine. It looks good. Looking good. Oh, you look good. He's got a baby face. Everyone looks at Amanda anyway. Looking good. Oh my God. I'm dying. Which way do I like it best? I'm not a big facial hair person.
But
it's been a long time since I've seen you like this, but I married you this way.
No, you married me when I was 20. when you married me, the top part was bigger, blonder, fuller. My face was less full, less gray, and there was less eye line marks back then. It was almost 30 years ago.
But I like your dimples.
Right.
And I like your lips and your smile. So you know what? I don't know. I like it.
But what did even you say to me? What did you
probably want to grow something back.
No,
At
what did you...
What, no, get rid of the chins.
I was going to say, what did you initially say? You initially said, well, you might want to work on the chins, and then you said, you might want to grow something back. So... I'm going to tell you this. I will be the cheapest, easiest drunk ever. Because, let's see, the first Halloween party we go to is October 23rd. So if I don't eat between now and then, I'm going to smell liquor and get drunk.
Okay. So you also have this that finally matched the carpet.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does.
Rab Vaseline on your head and gross your penis for Halloween. Do you're going to wear a mask for a different reason?
Here's
we still have a mask mandate here.
And I'll get over it. I just got to get.
You just have to get used to it. He's like, you keep staring at me. I'm like, well, I got to get used to it. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen you without any facial hair.
The thing was, I didn't think a beard would look good on me. I didn't think I would like a beard. And at first, growing out, it was a pain. I wasn't, and then I actually liked the way it looked. And so it's, whatever. So I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. All free and exposed. Now
he walks outside and he goes, "Oh, my face is cold."
And here's what's funny. Believe it or not, ladies, this is a real thing. When you have had a beard, even for the short time that I had with 10 months, whatever I had it, your face doesn't usually get like the wind on it directly. And like when I was doing something and got water on my lips, like, okay, that's weird. So yeah, so it's I don't know. I'll get used to it. It is what it is. Whatever.
Yeah, you will. It's just hair. It'll grow back. It'll probably grow back faster.
Listen.
Remember when you were 20 and couldn't grow any hair?
Yeah. I just accepted that I was gonna look like this. Yeah. It's the fucking Okay, this is hot as fuck. Alright. Anyways, so there you go.
Getting it off?
No. Just stroke it and it'll come right off. All right, so there we go. All right, on with the show, onward and upward, whatever. So, okay. So this had not been designed to be the whole fucking show by any stretch. What time did we even start?
I don't know.
7:36? Sure, we'll go with that.
12 minutes ago.
Okay, so we have 12:30. Wait, what?
12 minutes ago.
Now we gotta do fucking math again. God, fuck math. That'd be 10 would be 12 off of that would be math and numbers 34. Yeah. So, 7:34. Okay, gotcha. All right, now we're good. All right, anyways, so show. Yeah, back to the show. Okay, so again, visit our sponsors are really cool.
The beautiful thing, hair grows, but I think it looks great.
Thank you very much. Okay. Anyways, on with the real reality of this fucking this. Shut up, stop it. I don't even want to hear this. Quit giving me shit about this.
I'm not giving you shit. You're shaking your hair.
Because I'm letting it flow free because it's fucking sweaty. Okay, so anyways.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a prima donna. I can suck it. It is what it is.
Better grow it while it still grows. KSN is the big 50.
Yeah, no shit. Tell me about it. I hope to have this down to my ass by then. Hair, not my beard.
Good, because I don't want to get that long.
Why do you, what does that have to do with shit? At this point in time, we let each other, like, do whatever with our own junk, but you're going to worry about my face. I'm just kidding. I don't care. All right, let's go on with the fucking show.
No, actually, you can do whatever you want. That's why I let you grow a beard.
Yeah, if I grow too long, you're going to yip at me. Yip. You will. It is what it is. Just saying. All right. Never mind. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm done. This show's over. Fuck this. I'm just
You're such a dork.
All right, so the thing was, I decided tonight, as we would do on the show, before I started doing facial features with Cole, was that I thought, again, we're in the Halloween season, we're in party season, we've all been locked up, sheltered away-ish, people are coming out, but we have some things that I'm not as worried about. Questions for a couple weeks I want to talk about just different things to actually help people at these upcoming events. Because Halloween is the #1 swinger holiday of the year.
Woo-hoo.
It is what it is. So obviously, probably some of you have already started hitting some Halloween parties and you're going to have some more going. So here we go with something. So the first thing, we've got a couple of different topics we want to talk about. Look, and I used our teleprompter again. Did you see that?
Did
you notice
see that?
I was in here. That's how I knew that I changed the day. I'm techie as fuck.
Ooh, change the date and everything.
Yeah, look at me go.
Wow, impressive.
Anyway, so the first thing I want to talk about. Let's talk a little bit about, because we know you go into parties, and if you're going to house parties, you probably know most people. But let's talk about not going to house parties. Let's talk about the hotel, the bigger parties.
Okay.
That's where we want to start with, right? Because everybody's is, I'll bet you 90% of the swingers are going to some Halloween activity, some sort of bigger party. Because they're going on all over the country, all over the world. Swingers everywhere, dicks, pussies, everywhere you can see. They're just everywhere, all dressed up.
Mm-hmm. They are. I'm agreeing.
Well, interject more than that. I can't.
You
I don't
constantly talk. How am I supposed to interject?
Well, you seem to the rest of the time in our relationship. Try it like that. Anyway, I'm
are you gonna stop?
I'm fun and tits. All right, so all right. So let's talk a little bit about. Let's talk. Well, which one do you want us to pick first? I have 3 different topics of discussion that I feel are important topics. She's just not reading the teleprompter.
No, I read it. Go with the middle one because the second one or the top one comes second, right?
It should, unless you do it wrong.
Or third.
Third could be. All right, so let's talk a little about meeting people at parties. And here's what I want to talk about with this. I want to talk about, we know general rules, right? Everybody gets the general rules and talk to spouses and all that shit. That's not where a lot of people need help. Because we've got a lot of new swingers. Here's the difference. This season is totally different. You're looking at me and smirking, bitch. This season is totally different than any that we've ever experienced in the last 11 years in the lifestyle. Okay? Because you have a whole bunch of people that have been in the lifestyle for maybe a year, year and a half, maybe even 2 years, and this could be their first or second event because of COVID.
Right.
So they're experienced, but not really. They really don't have a fucking clue. So the thing is what we want to help people is how can we help people literally when we're talking to people. This is it's about that breaking the ice, that whole 9 yards. Not that yes you have your rules, but I want to talk about actually conversation. It sounds so stupid, right? Because we go, well, if you go to a Christmas party or you go to any other event, we all know how to talk to people. But for some reason, when you get in a swinger atmosphere, a sexual positive adult alternative lifestyle event, non-monogamous sort of thing, we get fucking stupid. Because instantly, your thought process goes from just talking to fill in the blank here to fucking. I'm gonna get somebody to start. Please do.
I'm just waiting for you to finish your thought.
So the thing is what I want to do is I want to help people because I think we go through these standard rounds of fucking questions. Like the only thing we know how to say to each other when we get in these things, the initial hi, and then it's like, what are you into? How long have you been in lifestyle? It's like a fucking 20 questions, like a set. We could give people a question list to ask. Mm-hmm. So the thing is what I want to say is, how do you, or you have the other extreme where people are just like, they just come on like a fucking cheese ball and they're just throwing fucking horrible lines at you, to see what sticks. Hey, you're beautiful. Did you fall from heaven? No, that didn't stick. Hey, there's like no happy medium there.
Right.
So the thing is let's talk about that a little bit. Why don't you go ahead and say anything that might be germane to the topic? Why do I have the teleprompter? That's why, so that you have a heads up. And go.
Well, actually, it just says party meetings.
Okay, you don't have to read the teleprompter to everybody else, or otherwise we'd have a camera on the teleprompter, and then we just let them, do the show, and we just, direct traffic. This is not like a Zoom meeting where we're like, okay, you can talk now. Raise your hand. I mean, it can be if you want it to be.
I think some people need to get out of the standard, how long have you been in the lifestyle? How did,
What's a better question? Here's what people need, because I think everybody will agree with this. But then what they need is, what should they say instead? This is where people get confused, I think. Is that it's like, what would you say to somebody at your job? If you meet somebody new at your job, how would you talk to them at your job?
No, I wouldn't talk to him.
Oh, never mind. This show just went south. There's your answer. Just don't talk to him.
No. Okay, so
Wait till somebody drags him around and introduces him.
when a new salesperson starts, I don't have to introduce myself to anybody. Shut it. But I'll walk down and I go, "Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm the one that's supposed to bug you occasionally when you forget this."
Right.
And I literally do that. And then they say who they are. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool deal. Have you ever done this before?"
Have you ever done me before? Wait, no. That's I'm kidding.
I have to find a new one.
So that I think there's the biggest key though, is it's nothing has changed just because there's a potential for sex. Nothing has changed. If you're somebody with some experience, okay, we've got some people that are relatively that they were new at one or two Island Riders parties ago that we're going to be at again this year. What made you feel comfortable? Like, here's my thing, especially as a couple. If you're a couple going into this, right? If you need to, there's nothing wrong with having a game plan if it makes you feel more comfortable. Michelle just put it best. They're just people. Talk to them like you wouldn't meet anyone else. Exactly right. But let's say that if you feel like if you're new, it's okay to, I'll call it pre-scripted plays a little bit.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you look at a football team, most of the time the first series of plays are already designed. They know what they're going to run before they're going to come out there. So, maybe if you and your spouse come up with, you guys think of some questions, you and your significant other, that you would want to ask, or that you think would be helpful or would make you feel comfortable. Because remember, okay, first of all, if you're new, a really great way to get to interact is ask questions. People like to talk about themselves.
I'll be in the food line at the Island Riders and I'll go, "Oh my God, have you had one of these cupcakes? They're freaking awesome."
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's really just it. I mean, but if you need, it's okay to have a plan of attack. And seriously, asking people questions in sales, that's the way it's always done. You ask questions. People will talk about themselves, and that will start a conversation. The thing is if you can avoid the standard lifestyle questions, you will be amazed at how far things will come along.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is easy on the drinks when you first start. Well, seriously, because the challenge is we have cocktails to make us feel more comfortable, but
it's okay to have some liquid courage.
It is. And actually, there's nothing wrong with having one and watching. What a great way. If you're starting to hit it off with a couple to offer to go get a drink or share a drink or whatever, that's awesome. But seriously, think about it. Plan out a little bit on your way to the party, when you're in the hotel room getting ready or whatever. Think of some questions that you both have. And here's the thing. If you work with your significant other on this, weirdest damn thing will happen. This way, you don't take my question. It sounds stupid, but if you and I think a ton alike, what the fuck does that look for?
We do?
We think a ton alike. So the thing is that if we had questions so that it's like, okay, well, I'm going to ask this. This way it's not all of a sudden, I'm going to take your questions. Mike comes in with, can I see your titties? Not a good opener, so I've been told. Maybe not. Maybe not. Actually, it's not a bad one. Do you want to see my titties? There you go. That's always a good opener. Here's the other thing. If you're somebody you're a little more experienced and you see somebody standing there floundering, or somebody new is kind of like standing there and you can tell they want to say something, talk to them. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. There's nothing, avoid the lifestyle, how long you've been in the lifestyle, but there's nothing wrong with to say, is this your first time at this party? Especially if it's not your first time. Yeah, is this your first time at this party? Or the simple thing.
Are you from this town?
Yeah, are you from this area? What do you think of the party? Or, isn't this cool? Open-ended, generic questions. And when you can help somebody get just a little more comfortable, all most people need in the lifestyle is like just an opening. Just
shit, Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love your costume.
Exactly. The greatest opening line ever.
Where did you find something like that?
Exactly. And you say about their costume, not their significant other. Do not say that about their significant other. Where in the fuck did you find something like that? Okay.
Well, with some people it might apply.
Well, but I mean, us. Here's the thing. It's the greatest opening line ever. Oh my God, that is such a badass costume. fuck, there's nothing wrong with going, okay, I'm kind of, what exactly are you supposed to be? Or whatever. I mean, anything like that, it gives you... But
okay, because you have a mask on, who are you?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, I think that people forget the art of that. The problem with Halloween is that it is a huge party time and people are ramped up for it, and it's really easy to start getting pretty drunk pretty quick. And people, they, especially where, again, we're coming out of a weird season. You have people that haven't got to see each other for a year.
Mm-hmm.
So the natural urge or natural order of things is going to be to go to people that you know or that know you. New people listening, it doesn't mean you're not welcome or they're trying to be cliquey. They just know them. They want to reconnect.
And because you've seen somebody in a Facebook group or online somewhere, don't walk up and go, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
I had someone do that at a party and I'm like...
No fucking clue.
No, and we've probably talked 5 times before, but I don't remember who you are. Help me out with the name because I can't remember.
Well, and use social media, because social media is a great time to say, hey, aren't you on the Casbo page, or aren't you on Island Writers, or aren't you on insert whatever page? Look, even if you don't know if they are, if you really want to break the ice with somebody, this is a salesman thing, okay? Mm-hmm. Because in sales, you have to walk up and talk to everybody like your friends. You've got to instantly develop rapport. So you find things to say and do to break that ice. Sometimes it's not totally true. I mean, it's, but instead of, you learn early on, you don't walk and go, pretty day out, because that's stupid. Everybody, they're anticipating that. There's nothing wrong to walk up to somebody, if you're part of a group, you have no idea if they are or are not part of that group, to go, hey, I'm just curious. I'm on this group. Do you happen to be in this group also? Mm-hmm. You know what? Maybe they are. Maybe you have seen them there and didn't know it. Or maybe they'll go, no, but I'm a part of this one. It gives you something to talk about that, again, is not traditional, the swinger lines. People don't think that's important, but it's huge. Mm-hmm. Look, if you come up and we've been doing this 11 years. If you come up and give us the standard swinger introduction, the swinger, script, I'm not going to be super interested. Most likely. I mean, I might be. But it's going to be almost amusing to me. If you want to get like in my brain or get my attention, just start talking to me. If you can have a conversation with me, oh, fuck yeah, you're going to get my attention really fucking quick.
Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. I wouldn't come up and go, oh my God, on your page, did you see so-and-so did this?
Yeah.
Then that might get you ignored for the rest of the day. I'm not
working either, so please don't do that. Well,
you've had people come straight up and go, I think you could do this better on the page. You know what?
I think you can go fuck off. No, here's the other thing. This goes right with it. When you see somebody you know at a big party, it is natural to to be around
the
people
you know. Mm-hmm.
I challenge you all to do this. Don't become a hanger-on. Right? A hanger-on. Don't become a leech. Okay? Because here's the thing. I understand there's a level of comfort. Rock on. But if you just fucking suction cup onto the first people that you know and see, and maybe if you're hitting off, that's one thing. But if it's like, you're just like, and they can't fucking ditch you for nothing. Wherever they go, I'm going to go pee. I'll go pee too. It's like, really, what are you doing? It's okay. Everybody there's for the same thing. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with kind of gradually drifting over to a group and then just saying hi and introducing yourself. You don't look. What tends to happen is when people are new or when you are uncomfortable, you gravitate to the people that you know, and then you tend to stay there. And it's like some of these things. If you want to maximize your Halloween hotel party event, you have to go out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Not a ton. I'm not saying you have to just fucking run, be the first one naked in the pool or anything weird, but you have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. That's why if you initially have some things you want to talk about or some ideas to get conversations going that you can use to build your own confidence, rock the fuck on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but understand and read and get a feel and get a feel of the room and feel free to introduce yourself to new people. Take a chance. Here's the worst that's going to happen. Someone's going to go, and blow you off. Mm-hmm. That is the worst thing that's going to happen. And that's probably not going to happen that often because guess what? There's a fucking room full of other people mm-hmm. that are feeling most likely the exact same way you are. We forget about that. Look, even if you're outgoing and loud, okay? So people assume that well, I don't have social anxiety because I'm loud. How do I deal with social anxiety? I tell jokes. Mm-hmm. I crack jokes.
I was going to say drink.
I drink heavily like a fucking pig. But seriously, so we all have it. I actually hate having to walk around that I know nobody. It drives me insane. I've done it for a living for almost 35 years. I've done it for a living.
Yeah, but you can walk in and gain presence in like 2 seconds.
I can, but it doesn't mean I enjoy it. You want to know the worst activity? I'm a public speaker. I do weddings. I've spoken in front of 10,000 people. And the one thing that will make my palms sweat and give me a knot in the bottom of my stomach like none other is when you are in a group setting and you have to go around the room and introduce yourself. Just go around the room, stand up, say your name and where you're from, and tell us a little about it. I'm just like, I want to stand and go, fuck you, suck a dick, I hate this. And I don't mind public speaking.
Right.
So even somebody like me, guess what? If you walk up and go, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? There's nothing wrong with being going, wow, this is, we're new. This is, wow, I'm just kind of soaking it all in. You know what? I'll appreciate the fuck out of your honesty. Mm-hmm. I'll probably be like, hey, it's cool here, introduce you to some people. The other thing, I can't stress this enough, and I know this, people are like, your podcast is supposed to be about sex and stuff. Well, then you go and you fuck her up the ass. No, I'm just kidding. The thing is that this is stuff that's important. Then, those of us that have done this a while, give yourself a goal. This is the challenge I want to put out there. To everybody who's been to Halloween parties before, find one new couple and introduce them to one other couple that you know. Mm-hmm. That is everybody's goal. Let's see. Larry put, you need to get to know people, especially if you're hoping for a connection. Yep. The only way to do that is just simply talk. A simple conversation goes a long way. That's exactly right. Unless you just want to fucking flash your junk, which I wouldn't recommend, because that can go either way. You need to talk to people. But here's the thing. There's your challenge. Everybody, think about this for a minute. Now, so we have to do this. God damn it. Because we were going to hold me to it, too.
I did it last
year. You did?
No, year before.
Find one either new single or new couple and introduce them to one other of your friends. Or, if there's a group of them, great. Because here's the thing. If everybody does that, look, if we make the assumption that everybody is cool until proven otherwise, parties will be even better. Like when I was in college, on our floor, we lived in the resident halls, and our floor was really, really close. We were like a frat. We were that close. The rule of thumb was this. We would take you partying with us. Take anybody who wanted to go partying with us, come party with us. We made the assumption, not you, because I didn't need to know where you're at. The thing is that we made the assumption that you were cool until you proved otherwise. Now, if we took you out partying and you were a dick, you were never coming with us again. But we gave everybody that chance. So if we do that at a lifestyle event, whether you think you're interested in fucking this couple or not fucking this couple or hooking up with this person, whatever, none of that matters. If you find a single or a couple sitting there that's new and make the assumption that you know what, they're cool, and introduce them, and until they prove otherwise, you're going to meet some really fucking cool people. Mm-hmm. Is what's going to happen. And you're going to introduce some really cool people to your other friends. You'll also get a better gauge on those people. If someone has stood at a party for 3 hours, it's a couple, like you and I stood at a party for 3 hours and no one's talked to us. And then somebody comes up and goes, hey, it's the end of the night, a little bit of liquid courage, and then they come up and talk to us. You know what? You're probably going to think I'm kind of a dick. Because by that point in time, I'm probably going to be like, oh, hey, yeah, great, whatever. Because no one talked to us for 3 hours, so I'm going to be like, suck a dick. My personality isn't going to be
has that
that.
actually happened to us? We sat at a party at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Just you and I.
Yeah, but I mean, mostly not. But the thing is, we have witnessed it happening at other places. Mm-hmm. Where finally I look over and realize, and like, okay, so I went over to talk to them, and they were pissed. I don't hold them against it at that point in time. They had been there for quite a while without getting any acknowledgement. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, if we all do that in the beginning, when everybody's still pretty sober, right? So we're getting to see people sober. No one's having to get... Think how badass a party would be if no one had to get fucking train wreck drunk to talk and meet people. I think how much shit that would eliminate. Mm-hmm. So that's the goal. Mike says it best, the most attractive thing is a personality. You only discover that through conversation. That's exactly it. We can't fault people that stand against the wall and are nervous to go talk to people.
No, because I'm one of those.
Well, the thing we all
not as much anymore.
Oh yeah, no, but we have an advantage now. So that's...
I still wouldn't, if I saw somebody sitting there I've never seen before, walk up to them and say hi.
Okay, so
I dare probably.
We'll lay it out there. Here it is. We went to an event in a different state.
Yeah.
We knew the hosts, but they were busy.
Right.
Okay. That was it. Mm-hmm. Now the natural reaction, even for us, was to just close ranks. Mm-hmm. Because there's a safety thing there. We got each other. It's all good. But
we did that for a while. I had one.
We did it. We
half of a couple.
We did it a little bit, and then it was like. But then we were like, okay, wait a minute, and and then we went for the dinner party, found a table, sit down, and met in a great group of people. Then started to meet more people. Once we opened ourselves up, we have the advantage that we're kind of outgoing like that. So we want to try to help the other people that aren't. So that's the first big thing. Proper party meetings, how to fucking max. Look at that. We're teaching people stuff. People are learning. Nobody's listening, but they're learning.
It's beyond halftime.
Sign up for Krazy Winter Nights. It's kick-ass. You don't want to miss it. January 15th, 2022. No. Krazy Winter Nights, www.crazywinternights.com. We are super excited to have Krazy Winter Nights again this year. It's Krazy Winter Nights because we missed a year. Which sucked. So the award-winning Krazy Winter Nights is back. Check it out, crazywinternights.com. It is January 15th, 2022. It's the retro edition because we're doing it like we did it when we first started this year. We are super excited. Get your tickets. There's VIP passes. There's Friday night event. There's all kinds of stuff. So check it out today.
We've also got an awesome DJ.
We've got a badass DJ. We got all kinds of stuff. So we're not announcing anything yet. At least I remember the good I had. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's get to the next one. Which one do you want to do next?
Oh, that was your halftime?
That was my, yeah.
Probably the first one. No, well, yeah,
No,
go
you
that
sure?
one. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Really? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the third one? Right now, no one knows what's going on. It's like, what? Why are we even listening anymore?
If we have time, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about proper post-party behavior.
Are we talking like when the party's over and everybody's going back to their hotel room and going home, or are we talking the next day? I'm
talking after, if there was hookups involved and whatever after that is over and done with. And see, look, here's the deal. Shit spurs me because we have had some things that have come up that has planted the seeds. Like, oh my God, we really need to talk about this. Like, this is a big deal. Look, this is so like locker room shit, but it's a big deal. It really is a big deal.
I'm trying to figure out
I
where you're going with it.
I understand. It is. I don't care how long you're in this. It is fun hooking up.
Well, yeah, that's the whole.
That's
part.
the whole. That's the one. It is fucking awesome to hook up, and you can create some badass memories in that whole thing, right? And we all know discretion is key. Discretion, right? We don't kiss and tell. We all know that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We all know that, you know, pictures, videos, whatever, those are all things that the group has to be okay with, your own group, and how whatever, again. But one of the things that, because I think it's been out of practice, is that I've seen a couple of instances now of almost like a high school locker room mentality about after events.
Okay.
All right, and here's the thing, okay? I don't give a fuck if you say the people's names or not. If you have to, if there's nothing wrong with being excited about the event and talking to your friends or whatever.
Right.
But if you think that you need to post that shit on social media, if you think that you need to blast that all over the place, I don't give a fuck if you use names or not. That is not showing that's not discretion.
Mm.
We are supposedly all adults, right? So there is a set of behaviors and decorum and whatever else after you have an event and you have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I mean, there's things with communication, you know, whether you had a great time or you didn't have such a great time, whatever the thing was, common courtesies, you know, on how to interact with the people that were part of whatever that melee, whatever your specific melee was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? There's for future event. I mean, the concept of going and blasting this shit out like in a high school setting, like standing in a locker room, talking about, you know, then you did this and then you did that and then you did this with everybody who will listen. That's not fucking okay.
Mm-mm.
It is lowbrow, it's low class, and that is going back to treating people like a fucking piece of meat. Mm-hmm. And look, I have a fundamental problem with some of this shit on fucking shows. Mm-hmm. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now, if we hook up...
we've done it ish.
Yeah, well, and
there's a story to go with it.
There's usually a lesson with it. It's like sex with Sesame Street. The thing is that you're not going to make a podcast if we hook up. Right? That's the whole thing. It's not going to be, you're not going to get to hear about, you're not going to relive your adventure with us via episode number da-da-da-da-da, because that's not the way we fucking roll. Now, did we tell stories about things that happened in the past and events? Yeah, we do. Long time ago. You know, but there's limits there. I'm seriously talking about the fact that people, it's like they need to come out and beat their fucking chest like a goddamn gorilla afterwards of what they accomplished. It's like, you know what? Great news. You fucked. Congratulations. Great news. You did a scene. Congratulations. What the fuck do you think we're all here for? I mean, really, it's like, that to me is shit. What I've seen is it creates drama. Mm-hmm. Is what happens, because guess what? People start to hear it, and now you've got issues because people are what's being given away. Well, wait a minute. Who did I see them with? Didn't I see you go off with X and Y? And next thing you know, it's all figured out, and then it's all over the place. And
that's why I don't like some of the clubs that have it to where you see who's going in what room with who.
Well, the thing is if you're okay with that part of it, that's fine. If you're not, then you have to use some common sense with it. But the overall, just, oh my God, we're not high school. Mm-hmm. And that is a huge thing. And I think the reason I'm pointing it out is because we are at a point where people are so out of practice on these events and activities that they don't understand they've forgotten these rules a little bit. I guess the thing is, it's like this. Do you want to hear a story via social media, via a website, via whatever, and be sitting there going, that's me they're talking about. That's my wife they're talking about. That's my girlfriend they're talking about. That's my husband they're talking about. Do you want to be that person?
Wait a minute, it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just it. It's like you get to hear a story without ever getting to put your side of the story to it. And that's like proper at a party, an event. You know what happens behind closed doors is just that, behind closed fucking doors. And the reality is, just like a picture or just like anything else, unless the whole group is like, yeah, we're all into that, we all want to see it, that's one thing. But there's going to be pictures, there's going to be, that we've hooked up with lots of people through the years that it's all right to take pictures and videos and whatever, and we have. Always under the understanding that we all agreed, there's agreed not to share whatever. But how many times through the years have we seen pictures being shared that then it came up, well, you need to blur out tattoos because tattoos give it away. Halloween is upon us. You know what? There is nothing hotter than looking back on some of those pictures and some of the videos that we've taken through the years. For a personal spank bank, they fucking rock. Okay? But out of respect, never show. Never. That's not something to share. And that's something that is absolutely a huge thing. And that's a reminder coming up. What's the proper etiquette and behavior? Number one, if you don't have permission to show, share, or otherwise pictures, don't. And I'm not even just talking about on social media. That means grabbing your phone and going, hey, check this out. That is just the same, in my opinion. Am I wrong on that?
No.
And that's one of the things, like, okay, look, and going, hey, after that, guess what we did? Are you 12? What did you do? That's awesome. Great. Congratulations. And I think that it sucks that has to be a reminder that's spoken, but it has to be said.
Yeah.
At this point in time. You have to be smart about this shit. Look, we love to sport fuck. We've always loved to sport fuck. Sport fucking is fun, which means we don't spend as much time going over rules. We hit the highlights. We know what our rules are. We know what your rules are, and whatever. So we don't spend a lot of time going through about, this angle's out and that angle. Don't take this picture. Don't take that picture. Because it's pretty much just a hit on, hey, pictures are okay, or hey, pictures aren't okay. All right. So just because we don't go spend hours and hours doing it doesn't mean that means it's just a fucking free for all to post whatever or you want about us. We have people all the time, and we're not the only ones. We've heard this before, that people like to say they've hooked up with that they haven't. Whether that be for good or for bad. Trust me, I've never yet had anybody lie to say they hooked up so they could say it was a great fuck. Assholes. But either way, so it's just one of those things that it's not okay.
Right.
And I don't. Why do you just keep saying one word thing? Jump in there with vigor, because then it's like I'm just lecturing.
Well, make sure you have permission to do it.
What as a
to
woman?
Take a picture,
what as a woman?
To take a video.
If you heard a guy or a girl, doesn't matter, bragging about a hookup that you were involved with, how would that make you feel, or what would go through your mind if you heard that or saw that on social media or whatever?
Honestly, I don't know.
Like a teleprompter.
Well, no, because I don't know how disturbed I would be. It depends on what the story is and what they said.
What made you just look like a fuck monkey? Just a fuck bunny. Just okay, I get it. Never mind. Like, well,
no.
That's a bad example. I'm just trying to.
No, if somebody said something, I'd be like, wow, that did not happen that way. I mean, if it was exaggerated.
Have you ever hooked up with somebody? Let's be honest. Have you ever hooked up with somebody that you really didn't want a lot of people to know that you had hooked up with? I'll answer for me, yes.
Well, there's some early.
I love how you look at me like you were shocked at that. Well,
I'm
seriously.
like going, gosh, has there really been? But early on, there was some that was just like, we're doing what?
Yeah, exactly. We didn't. Maybe we weren't communicating on the same page.
Right.
Have we hooked up with people that maybe we had a few more cocktails than we should have? Yes.
We?
I can think of one where you were pretty fucking train wrecked there, Pumpkin. Do we need to go through names? Is that how this is gonna go? No, we're not gonna go through names. Anyways, the thing is that how that would make you feel, or maybe just because it's just something. Maybe it was not a bad thing, but it was a more of a special thing that it wasn't. You didn't think it was going to be an advertising. It was more than just a sport fuck. We've hooked up with people that were more than just a sport fuck. That you wouldn't want it to be cheapened out to be just a sport fuck.
True.
I mean, these are the type of things. And I guess the better question is, how would you feel 10 years ago if it happened to you? Because now we're more experienced. We're more into it. By the way, Shelly puts, I just say, sorry, I don't kiss and tell. It usually stops them. If not, I leave the situation. Good eye, Shelly. And that's exactly what to do. But I mean, now we're more experienced. So everything changes. Your perception changes. What would it have been like 10 years ago when we were new? How would that have affected you, do you think? I mean, again, it's hypothetical.
I'd probably be just like, wait, what? I don't know. I had one person that came up to me and goes, well, you've hooked up with this person. I'm like,
what? We have?
Okay. Well, what are they like? Yeah, every person likes something different.
It becomes a huge challenge in the lifestyle to, you don't want to lie, but you don't want to share. And I think it's something that's get confused in the message anymore. That, yes, we're all in it. I mean, I've heard it before. Well, what difference does it make? We're all in it to have sex. Yeah, we are, and I get that, but it still doesn't mean that you have to broadcast it to everybody.
Yeah.
My thing is as a guy, I hate when other guys act like knuckle draggers and act like idiots and make us all look stupid, and that's the locker room mentality. And it's the same for a woman as well, to have that, like it's a conquest thing. I mean, that just isn't, it's like, I guess, how many people would go running out of the room and go, I just did a non-consent. She thought it was awesome. Would you go run out of a hotel room and yell that? No.
I hope not.
Most likely not, because a lot of people are not into that, because there's a lot of strong feelings on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd probably be a little hesitant to walk out and go, well, it was great because she wanted really hardcore consent, non-consent. So, it's hiding in the closet. So when she came in the room and then people were like, whoa, what the fuck? If you applied that same logic to all parts of hooking up in the lifestyle,
mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a thought process you have to have. And I think with Halloween season coming up and the fact that people are ready to have a good time and have fun, I think that it becomes a valuable reminder, whether you're experienced or new, to think about how do you deal with stuff after the fact. And I think we do have to think about just overall your communication with people after the fact. Look, after every party, we hear it all the fucking time. That's when all the ghosting shit comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking party. After every party, then we start getting tons of questions. Why am I being ghosted? Because people feel like they're being used if you hook up and then they never hear from you again. I'm not saying you have to, but keep that in mind. I mean, think about this kind of shit when you're doing it. If you've been talking with somebody, if you and I have been texting, communicating for weeks and weeks and weeks, we're all excited. So we go to the Island Ride party, we go to the Forbidden party, and we finally get to hook up, right? And then come Monday, nothing. I go and talking to you. I go and texting, I go whatever. What is that? What kind of mind fuck? What is that going to say to you?
God, I really sucked.
Well, or you're going to feel used. And that can be the other way around for women with men the same way. And all of a sudden you feel fucking used. And maybe that wasn't the intention at all. The reality is there's always a big buildup when you're excited to get to hook up with somebody. Then after it happens, it's like, it's not that it diminishes that it was fun. It just, that plateau has happened and now you're on the backside of it. But keep that kind of shit in mind. You know, it's almost jokingly the standard, hey, thanks, had a great time, text, phone call, email. Part of it is a politeness of acknowledging that, you know what, it's not required. No one's required to fuck anybody else. So to me, it is true. You know what? I have yet to have an experience that we didn't have a good time at. I've never once lied when I said that. Maybe it wasn't the best sex. Maybe it's not something I want to repeat. Well, seriously.
No, I get it.
My texts don't. When I send a message like that, it is never. I've never once said, unless it was true, that was the most incredible sex. I'm not gonna like throw that around lightly. I'm not gonna say shit like that, because I think that is, you know, here's the deal. I will never, no one in lifestyle will ever earn the title of the best sex I've ever had, because that's you. So I'm never gonna say something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but it is true. I've always had a great time, and I think it's nice to let people know you appreciate it, because you know what, they made a choice. Mm-hmm. To allow you to get, it was, maybe it was a mutual decision, obviously, for everybody to get to have fun, but it's an acknowledgement. Mm-hmm. You know, there's nothing wrong. To me, that's like a common courtesy. And by the same token, I don't want anybody listening going, oh, so you just did it because you're obligated. No, I don't feel obligated to do shit. I send an honest message. That's I think when people just ghost people, when there's no follow-up, I think that feelings get hurt, and I think people's minds start to run away with them a little bit. Mm-hmm. And just like you said it best, I'm going to think, oh, I sucked, or oh, he didn't like it, or oh, she didn't like it, or oh, I was no good. Mm-hmm. But that may not be the case at all. I think that our own minds can, play tricks on us. Yeah. And let's face it, if you hook up with somebody at your party's on a Saturday night, you hook up with them on Saturday night, and by Monday, Tuesday, if you haven't sent something, you're usually you've moved on, and it's like then you forget, and now people's feelings get hurt. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Party season is a part of this, and party seasons are fun, but I want to make it so that we can make sure people have the best parties ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, anal sex, squirting, swallow cum, facials, handjobs, gangbang, orgies, throughways. Now I can put any one of those words in the title, and people will listen to the show.
Oh, Jesus. Awesome. I'm like going, what the fuck are you
With that being said,
about?
It's the crazy learning thing. This is Professor Cole. No. Again, a shout out to our sponsors. Again, don't forget, it is party season. Look, have the best sex you possibly can have. Visit Promescent.com today. KK15 gives you a 15% discount. 60-day money-back guarantee on any of their products. It's PROMESCENT.com. The vitamins, the sprays, the lubes, the whole 9 yards. Check them out today. Also, remember, get your meat rubbed. Smoking Meats, BBQtreats.com. Tell them Casba sent you. A Nebraska company, Nebraska Swingers, and excellent rubs. Damn good. And remember, Smart Swingers Read. Check out ASNLifestyleMagazine.com today. 3 million swingers can't be wrong. If they are, well, join in. It's a group. It's a party. With that being said, you can follow us. Shit, what can you do? You can follow us Krazy or at Truth Crazy. You can send us emails at crazy.casba@gmail.com. You can go to our website, which is crazycasba.com. And don't forget, for the love of everything good and fucking holy, come to Crazy Winter Nights. What the fuck are you waiting for? It's going to be a party. January 15, 2022. Check it out at crazywinternights.com. Buy your tickets today. Once you get your tickets, you get the hotel information. Imagine that. With that being said, doing it the only way I know how, the only way I want to, hairless and all, Casba style, out.
Bye.